stay low.
I am extremely happy this week because I've been ice skating. I went ice skating twice and I haven't been ice skating for 2.5 years. So the experience was just magical. It was a little excruciating because it was so cold. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here in my cozy little skate den. The footage I got, I've really enjoyed looking at. I was so trepidatious and terrible and weak in my first little bit. And by the end of my first session, I felt very strong and capable, like everything I learned early. He's okay. It was like everything I learned on inline skate translated into ice skating. All my hard work really did pay off. But at my very first few strides, my very first few attempts at the PowerStop, I felt like, oh shit, I suck. I'm gonna have to relearn this thing all over again. But it wasn't that way. How did I go from skating like such a colossal clod? I mean, I'm really trying hard to get a PowerStop there. How did I go from that to stopping like the boss of a boss's boss? I'll take you on my journey, right from the first strides.
So this is always a really goofy moment when I go from inline to ice skates. I have been on ice skates for over 2.5 years.
Weird. Skating part's not bad at all. It feels pretty good. A little limpy, kind of gimpy. Gonna be very careful. And then, am I dragging? Am I doing a T-stop? It's totally unnecessary, but it was just natural for me to try to bring my speed down and do a nice, safe power stop. So what I'm doing here is I'm using my edges too much. I'm getting way too much slant and really digging into that ice. It's the opposite on inline skates. You want a great slant to your wheels when you want to get some drift.
Okay, a few minutes later, like 3 minutes later, I feel a lot better about doing something like a power stop. Watch this, we are even A-frame into us.
Unlike the PowerStop on inline skates, you can actually drift into the PowerStop on ice skates. Almost like a snowplow. You don't have to drop straight into it and attain that slant right away. So here's the real secret of how I learned the PowerStop again. It is just so incredibly front foot dependent. Getting a fairly stable upright foot to glide on nice and softly was entirely what got me power stopping properly. So as long as I was drifting easily on that front foot, I could bring the back foot in however I wanted, if I wanted.
But really, I found everything changed when I allowed myself to put more on the front leg, which is so different than inline.
So while the objective of a good stop is to stop as quickly as possible from a high speed, it's very important to learn the angles, the nuances, how to slide into something, and how to apply the brakes at will. It really demystifies the power stop. Russian knees are not looking very good at all. My hip flexors felt very tight. I actually went home and worked on my mobility for like a couple days after that. I was so ashamed. So stopping practice really is sprinting practice. got addicted to this drifting thing. Oh yeah, here we are. A little bit of a stop and go, springing out of my own stop. A little more hockey style. Onto the knee, that wasn't as planned. This one, will they notice I was flailing? I wonder here. Probably. I enjoyed the backward flow. I'd love to do this circuit very quickly. I'll post the whole lap when it's impressive enough. Some sharp corners here. I played around quite a bit. I didn't just practice stops. Oh yes, and I should warn you that I did not practice stops on my less dominant side. I really wanted to iron out the technique. I wanted my PowerStop to be perfect, like better than ever. Yeah, I just wanted a really good PowerStop. So I wasn't going to practice my sloppy side, and that's what I will do tomorrow, because in this practice I made enough headway to warrant moving forward. So that strong side can in fact inform the weaker side properly.
This is music for the soul. Please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the crease. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the
I thought I was onto something here, but the more I developed this, the more feminine it kind of looked.
Watch me walk away, putting myself on display. 1, 2, 3 a day. I'm on my way, on my way. I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home. I'm on my way, on my way.
I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Cause once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags, nothing more, nothing less. And the ops feel away, cause I'm next, I'm a threat.
So when I start trying to get super fancy like this and developing in different directions on one-footed power stops on my dominant side, it's time to iron out the other side. And a very big thanks to Pro Skaters Place, who is an incredible sponsor of what I do here at BSS. Pro Skaters Place has the most amazing inline skating equipment. They've got all sorts of other sporting equipment. Most notably for me, they've got skis, all sorts of ski equipment. They've also got like electric scooters and all sorts of crazy gadgets that you would be interested in. But the best inline skates, the best inline skate collection there is. So that Pro Skaters Place link is in the description below. So I practice the other side by practicing my most dominant side right away. I have to get in touch with it, make sure everything in my mind matches everything in my feet, and then I'll translate that to the other side. So yeah, a little chattery on the non-dominant side, exploring my edges, drifting around the corner here. I thought I was doing a lap there, and I was going to compare it to my previous lap, but I'd taken the wrong route. So here's my next attempt on the right route. So I looked stronger and I felt stronger in my second lap here, but looks can be deceiving. So I feel like I'm more explosive, I'm busier with my yellow top on, but I'm a little more lithe. Maybe it's the outfit. I'm a little more springy and a little springier, a little more of a rubber thing going on there. Flexible, bouncy. The first me took it, I think. Less dominant side, PowerStop. And it's worth ironing out the less dominant side. crossovers. They feel quite good. Ooh. I definitely need some work. That was crazy. So I'm doing what I call sandwiching, putting the weaker side between the dominant side, and leveling these things out. So yeah, trying to get some more slide, get the ultimate nuance on that PowerStop, and I didn't quite get there at this point yet. See how you want that ankle on the front foot a little more upright so it doesn't dig in so much. Yes, the backward flow again. Still not good enough to show you a whole lap. And I did work on my hip flexors. I went home, stretched them out, did some mobility exercises, and like 3 days later, I feel much better. I knew right away this was going to be a better exercise for me. Why do I work on these things only when there's problems? And balance is an issue at first. Where to hold the camera stick. Boom. That felt nice. Yeah, I love those standardized starts where the first 16 strides are just so similar. Oh, that's a lot of S's. Wow. Now things are coming along nicely with the other side. And then I decide to play human shuffleboard, trying to land in the sun. And more sandwiching. Sorry, I'm making you hungry. I'm making me hungry. Okay, so this was a very successful day. So more work to do, but it doesn't feel like work. This is just so much fun to unravel the mysteries of the ice flow. And I was done. I wasn't going to do any more stopping stuff, but I really wanted to do a stay low flow. I wanted to feel one super low flow. I thought I didn't get that chance to really explore this rink in a deep and powerful profile. So yeah, this was beautiful. So that's it. There's going to be plenty more ice skating this year. Of course, there's going to be a lot of inline skating too. But I'd really love to hear your experiences in the comments below. So let us know how you're overcoming these challenges and what your experiences are in going from inline skating to ice skating. How do you like ice? Do you like summer or winter more?
Stay low.